Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I have built the most disgusting deck I've seen so far this season. It performs so well for me. 66% win rate over quite a few games. Very, very impressive. This deck is all about just pure points and combos. We have my favorite combo in the game, the Sentry plus the Viper, which is just an insane amount of points. The Sentry puts this minus 10-point void on our far right location, and then on turn number 5, we can be playing Viper and Wave in the same turn, setting up for this turn 6 Doctor Doom. So I just want to imagine you are my opponent, you're playing against me, and on turn 1 I play Nebula. On turn 2 I play a Medusa for 5 points down the middle location. On turn 3 I might put a Storm next to either my Nebula or my Medusa. On turn 4 a Sentry in my Storm lane to secure that bag, and then on turn 5 I play the Viper to give you a minus 10-point void, and I play Wave setting up for my Doctor Doom. Like, it is just an absolutely obscene curve that this deck can have. I think it's probably the best curve potentially in the whole game. It is beyond belief good. We also have Jessica Jones in here as another way of winning the Storm lane. She's the most cuttable card. I did want to try out Juggernaut perhaps instead of Jessica Jones, but she did make the cut in the end. If we can't use the Viper on Sentry, we do have a couple of backup options. We have Carnage. Carnage, the best destroy card in the game at just 2 energy, also being able to clean up this minus 3 points of the hood very efficiently, and it's just not a bad card overall. It's cheap. You can use it in combination with Wave on turn 5 as well. It is just a lot better than Deathlock because it's so cheap and you can combo it a lot better. The Cosmo also protects our Sentry from creating that void if we would like to do so. And actually this Cosmo got me so much value. Not many people playing Cosmo right now, but a lot of people playing cards like Doctor Doom, which are quite predictable, particularly when there's a Storm down on the board already. This Cosmo is much more easy to snipe things. And Hood, now -1, is actually better in this deck than it ever was before, because if we play the Hood on turn 1 and Viper onto the Hood on turn number 2, we've basically got a green Goblin on our opponent's side of the board and a -3 on the Hood, but we also got 3 points on our side of the board, and it's only turn 2. This combo is just obscene. Viper, probably the most underrated card in the game right now. I'm going to go ahead and say I think it's absolutely phenomenal, and this deck overall is just one that I cannot implore you enough to give it a try. Like the video if you enjoy, and make sure you subscribe for more banging Marvel Snap decks. Don't want to play the Hood mid because of Medusa, and then Viper. We don't want to play it right because of Sentry Viper. Gonna snap. Nice curve. Medusa Storm is a good little combo. My name disappeared. When did that happen? We're gonna Storm mid. I'm actually trying to get a new overlay sorted. We'll just take the Sentry into Storm to be safe. 17 stats into a Storm lane. We might have overdone it a bit. But we have the Viper. Do you have an ETA? No. I think it's due in like a month or 2. One day, eventually, it will surely come. Ooh, saucy. Ghost by the Bishop. Into the Storm lane, but that's not even close to being enough. Wave is completely wrecking Kitty Pryde as well. This one looks over. Mate, Sentry Viper is so good, and of course this combo just got better with the Hood. I was actually already planning on playing this deck before the OTA patch. I had it built. But then also Medusa got buffed, so we added Medusa in instead of like, I don't know what it was before, maybe like Lizard. Viper Wave on 5 is... Oh, nice Iron Man, mate. That's very, very good. Wow. Good job, dude. Very, very good stuff. Oh, okay. I wasn't really liking the look of Sakar, but I'll snap to that. Should be a concede and a GG. You're just absolutely... Yo, Ando, good to see you, man. How are you? You'd be out of your mind to stay in this one, to be honest. How's things, Ando? You could play Sunspot for Nebula. I would actually not play... If you don't have Nebula, I would play Killmonger. And no Nebula. And no Storm maybe, and no JJ. I have another version built that looked more like that. We'll go JJ. Instead of, we don't need the Sentry stats. Or maybe we did. Maybe we actually did. Let's see it. I don't feel too confident. Hopefully the Cosmo hits the Doom, saves the day. That's not a Doom, but it doesn't matter. All 3 locations against High Evolutionary Lockdown get cleaned up. I don't know why they stayed in though. But this is kind of the problem I have with Marvel Snap right now. Is a key part of the game is based on the cubes, how much you gain, and retreating and snapping. But at infinite rank, it just doesn't matter, right? No one cares, which is a huge problem, and the new game mode can't come soon enough. It's almost like game mechanic based on gambling where there are no stakes is bad game design. Yeah, it's not great, is it? It's certainly not ideal. What should you take out for Medusa? I honestly can't remember the other list, so that's a good question. If there's any like 2-cost cards which don't look that good, you could get... Oh god. Get rid of them, but it's fine not to. That's a bummer.
A superb specimen, truly.
Probably ready to concede this one. I decided to Cosmo because of Shang. Maybe because I'm feeling not very confident, I was just supposed to take the 50-50 and just concede if I lose. I don't think it's quite that desperate just yet. I mean, the Nebula is looking pretty good actually off to the right. Valkyrie in this deck? Valkyrie's just not very good. She would fit it in theory, but Valkyrie's just not very good. This deck historically has looked like a Valkyrie deck, but Valkyrie is just not a very good card. It's very mid. Mid is actually quite generous to Valkyrie. I think it's really, 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 really average. Below average, honestly. Yeah, unfortunately, gonna have to concede this one. Should have gone for the Viper 50-50. Like, I knew I was in a bad spot, so I should have gone for the 50-50 and just lost if I lost it, right? Bit of a lesson to learn there. Don't think Everton have got any money, mate. We're screwed by financial fair play, I think. That's pretty good. Let's hold on to the cards for the moment. If we hit Viper, we want to like Viper the Sentry, but if not, we want to Carnage the Hood and the Void.
A superb specimen.
Whoa! We'll snap on this. It's a bit of a bluff because they're a bounce deck. They probably don't have much to play. We're just gonna see if we top deck the... Okay, they didn't leave, which seems controversial. But again, the ranked ladder. Imagine actually having to make good plays. This Carnage is looking rather tasty. Can we find the Viper off the top? Can we find the Viper off the top? Waves are really good though. We wanted this for 5. The Carnage is just absolutely cleaning up in this deck. It's so smooth. Of course, the Green Goblin makes it even better. Turning -13 into +6. Don't mind if I do. Suddenly we're ahead. Look at that. Viper showing up now is actually garbage. Can't play her anywhere. One turn too late, mate. Chavez to the left puts us at 27. So 21. 30. Is 30 going to be enough? Not necessarily with the Angela. But this gets the Kitty Pride. Ooh, spicy. But Kitty Pride goes back. They can only play Kitty Pride in one location. The wave does the business. I think. I hope. I pray. It's for 4 cubes. The Carnage popped off. The Nebula's gone crazy. The Medusa weren't bad. Look, it's just a good deck, innit? It's just good. It's just good. It's another nice looking curve, right? Like the hood into Carnage, Storm, JJ. Any tips for me stuck in the 70s? Probably retreat more is my top tip. We'll take the Medusa mid. Probably into Storm. So many options.
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh, wow.
Wind.
Well, I certainly like the Viper to the left now, then. I could see us leaving mid as it is, really.
A superb specimen.
We have Doom, so I think we can leave mid as it is. Like, just so many points, guys. This deck is just insane. I was considering splitting the 1-drops. Oh, God! Well, Doom still gets us there. Unless they, of course, have it as well. Bit of a sad turn. JJ not popping off. Sentry I can't play. Uh-oh. Did we celebrate too soon, ladies and gents? We were thinking about putting Jug in for JJ as well. That's like the main thing I'm considering right now. They snap. I mean, Jeff is quite a possibility. Jeff plus a card maybe could beat us. But I mean, Jeff is only tying with Doom, so I think we're in a good spot. We're staying in for 8. Big moment in this game. In this climb with the deck. We're trying to get the best win rate possible. For the juice... Oh, press end turn. Good idea. For the juiciest YouTube title. The win rate continues. We're just cleaning up the ladder right now. We're just cleaning up the ladder, mate. We cannot be stopped. 2 Nebulas? Sure. I'm very happy with Nebula for 2 energy because the card is just so busted. Squirrel Girl maybe suggests Carnage, which is a little bit spooky, but we can try and get like our own Carnage through. Do we actually do this? Probably just about worth. Maybe not. I think it's maybe not quite worth. The decision is which lane do we storm. I think we're going to go here with the storm. Just in case they have like a cheap def they can play down later for free. So we made the right call. Carnage mid looks okay. See what X-Mansion has to say. Ooh. Okay, that's fine.
Aid my hand.
Probably a little bit better for us, actually. We'll take the JJ to be safe. Secure the bag. That's spicy. She can be flipping 10 stats per. That's more than JJ, but we have the Nebula doing her thing. The Viper looks very tempting, but it's a little bit too risky for my liking. We'll just do this instead. What if we give them Typhoid Mary, though? We don't even mind, do we? We don't care about... If we give them Typhoid Mary, we don't care about the right, and it loses them stats mid. Oh, it's so saucy. We'd rather give them the Rock, of course, but come on. I almost want to give them the Typhoid Mary because it's just hilarious. Rip. So sad. That is a lot of stats. 14 stats and a Cosmo, just for good measure. Mojo Award probably don't want to go Nebula in there because of Killmonger. We don't want to play in the right lane because of Sentry. Draft mode? Yeah, it's come out of Korea. It's an unofficial draft mode, but I'd be surprised that if it's not added to the game as an actual mode, it's that good. It's the best draft mode I've ever played, ever. It's so, so, so good. You see 48 cards, and then you take in turns to pick. And oh my god. I played against Freddy. There's a video on his channel if you guys are interested in that. We'll snap with the Cosmo into Bucky. We've got the Hood Viper combo into Clintar, but we might still hit Sentry. So it's quite nice to hold on to this a little longer. Oh shoot, I thought I had initiative. Heartbreaker. Mojo World deceived me, right? I had more points on the board, so I thought I had initiative, but obviously I just lost concentration there. Pretty nice to give them the Hood turning into a symbiote because Killmonger doesn't kill it anymore. Of course they can deathlock it or something, but... Doctor Doom on the last turn looks nice. We can wave as well here. We'll go... Ooh, do we want to wave? Tricky because we've got Sentry also. Sentry's just very, very good here. I would think that we are still wanting to wave overall. Hey, Gensu. I think Wave Doom is just the way to go. Sentry is tempting, though. Wave is so broken right now. I don't know how they managed to make Wave better than she ever was before. It's like the best she's ever been. I fully expect her to get hotfixed, actually. Well, not hotfixed, but patched on Tuesday. Don't know if I expect it, but I think she deserves it. She's better than she's ever been. It's kind of insane. Death comes through. We've got the Doom. Of course, we can't play it into Mojo World. Now, interestingly, Doom doesn't actually get us the win to the right. So for them, it's pretty easy for them to just play a card left. And we lose. So we're probably better off actually just playing big stats. And I'm going to decide to go it like this because it's most likely they're just going to fill up Mojo World. How's Wave broken? Well, Wave on 5, you can just play Doom or something afterwards, but you can get so much tempo. Before with Wave on 5, you'd have to skip often 5 to get the She-Hulk. Whereas now you can play Wave and a 2-drop, right? So like, I can go Viper onto the Void plus Wave with the stack. It's just insane. And she just shuts down so many good decks like Bounce. They actually go right, which is honestly... Okay, it was Killmonger. Do we have it still? We lose the tiebreaker because they end up with more cards. GG. But yeah, DC card game overall, I enjoyed it. It's fun. Do think it has a lot of issues long term though. When you like peel back the hood of the game. The biggest example of that is the coin flip, which Marvel Snap have managed to completely eradicate as an issue by players making their play at the same time. Oh god. That's not ideal, my Nebula and Dark Dimension. Got a DC key for a bruv. Best chance is in my Discord, Intrabang. I haven't handed any out yet, but I've got 100 to give away. I can ask for more also. If there's enough demand. Human Torch in the left location is a little bit weird, isn't it? That's a little bit strange. JJ looks like the play for the next turn, to be fair. Cosmo seems okay. Maybe Cosmo here's alright. Bit of surprise value, perhaps. Would you mind rating DC Dual Force out of 10? Ah, mate, I played 1 day of it. I can't. I mean, Marvel Snap's a 9.5 out of 10. My feeling DC Dual Force will be is like a 7, which is still bloody good, by the way. I definitely see myself playing DC though quite a bit. Yeah, I will play it a lot. It's really fun. I just don't think... I think the core game mechanics has a lot of issues. Like I mentioned, in particular, the coin flip seems kind of unavoidable that it's going to be a problem. Not feeling too confident here, actually. Yeah, well, Moyne's looking for more of like that competitive edge, right? Which a game like DC is more likely to have. Is Snap the best card game? Snap or Gwent? They're my 2 favorites of all time, for sure. We get the win here. Snap is the best designed, but Gwent's got a special place in my heart. There's also some dodgy cards, like this whole ultimate card where you only get 1 copy of a card seems pretty dodgy. Like this game I had against Dexter, I literally drew like this OP card. He didn't have an answer to it and I won the game on turn 1. It's like a bit sus. Snap's the first game to surpass chess in the fact that the coin flip no longer exists. It is crazy. There is technically a very subtle coin flip, right? Which is who has initiative on turn 1, and that's it. And I guess initiative in other games and other tied situations, it goes down to a coin flip. But yeah, it's insane how they managed to negate a coin flip entirely. Because there is still a coin flip at the start, right? Who gets initiative, but how often is that relevant? Never.
Wind, aid my hand.
Unless you're playing against a bot which can snipe you with Electra, yeah. We'll go for the Sentry. We could have just gone JJ, perhaps, seeing as you found it off the top. Better to be safe than sorry. We have Carnage in hand for Dark Dimension also. Viper off the top would obviously be wonderful.
Enough said, Bob.
Quite like the look of JJ here. And maybe just Doom. Yo, Paya! 34 months, my G. That's insane, dude. Thank you so much.
Yo, Specky.
How you doing, man? Did you see any of this DC Dual Force gameplay at all? Thanks so much, mate. Wait, they're snapping? Guys, why are they snapping? Should I be scared? Why are they snapping? They just paid null into Isle of Silence. Good job, dude.
Enough said, Bob.
Oh! They just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Press 1 in the chat if you see what's coming. Press 1 in the chat if you know what's coming. The classic Specky combo. My favorite meme combo in the game. Ebony more Viper. And they've already got an Ebony Maw of their own. So it's only the middle that can be played. Watch them win. Oh, don't say that. They're going to play 1 card a turn. We'll give them a little Miss Marvel thumbs up. Just for good measure. JJ here stops us drawing a card. JJ here's fine. It's only 4 points for them. Storm mid. I didn't see that one. I should have played Doom mid here. I want to draw the Chavez. This was a mistake. I missed the content opportunity, guys. Ah! Spanner in the works. A spanner has been thrown into the works. I guess. Doom is the threat, right? Thank God. Can you believe if we lost? Can you believe it? I would have cried. Any streamers in the chat want to play draft with me? Nebula. Nebula's so broken, man. Mate, all the mirrors are appearing out of nowhere. Freddy just went live? Ooh. Ask him if he wants to play draft with me, please. It's a big fight for the right. We have the JJ, which I think should secure the bag. Doom later if needed. Middle's looking a little bit dodgy though, so Viper off the top would be wonderful. Not feeling super confident here. We haven't snapped for a reason. It's Mojo, so this means Doom is no longer really an option for us. I mean, it is still, I guess. We still win. Kind of like the idea of playing nothing to the left, actually. Doom gets us there now. Oh, we Cosmo'd though. It's going to die in Danger Room. Nice. They retreat anyway. It's insane how good the mode is. Like, there's so much. It's so deep because you're drafting against your opponent. Like, let's say my opponent's building like a bounce deck. As my 12th card, you get to pick a wild card. You draft 11 from the 48, and then you pick a wild card. Imagine I just pick Flipping Wave. Like, good game. Kind of too early to be playing Cosmo. Could have gone Cosmo mid, I suppose, for the Sentry. But I quite like the idea of trying to snipe them with Cosmo a little bit later. I'm not sure I really like how I've played this one overall. Yeah, well, there's a draft tournament taking place. It's actually taking place tomorrow, but it's going to be broadcast next week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then after that, like when I'm back from holiday, I'm going to be making a bunch of... Probably do a weekly tournament with it or something like that. That's the plan. I think it's just the mode that interests me most at the moment. It really is just insanely fun. Viper! Here's what we do. We Sentry. Viper into Grand Central. Win the 50-50. Easy. It's on marvelsnap.world. But you need an opponent to draft against. marvelsnap.world. It's a Korean site, so you'll need Google Translator. We're top decking the Chavez. Not feeling too confident. Our main line here is to try and Cosmo the Heimdall. Which feels like we're better off conceding. If we hit the Viper into Void, we'll stay. Okay, it's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, very interestingly, if they move all the cards out of the right, we actually are fine, right? Nebula grows, we could do this. This is kind of the main line. Doctor Strange and... I mean, obviously they could Heimdall mid. Let's try it. Pretty sure we're supposed to concede, but the fact that the Cosmo could catch them off guard is... saucy. We beat Heimdall left. Heimdall mid, however, I'm pretty sure we lose to. Can the Cosmo... The Cosmo! Oh, baby! Mate, this deck is just popping off left, right, and center. Medusa mid. Storm to the right, maybe. Bit controversial. I think we can risk it. Does every new account get the rare gift Storm variant? That's a good question. I have no idea. I don't think so. Pretty sure no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no, actually. Almost certainly. I say that almost certainly. I actually have no idea. I was going to say almost certainly because when I play on... When I do the speed runs, I don't have it. But you have to log on to mobile anyway to even see a variant like that, right? In an inbox. Hey, Shin! Shin, I wanted to speak to you about DC. How did you find it? I had a lot of fun. I have some concerns about the game, but I really enjoyed it. That's my belly. Forgive me. We definitely want a Viper. Do we want a wave? Not massively, to be honest. Their deck also might play wave. Double Moon Girl is a bit sus. You want every game with Batman Wonder Woman? Let's go. I was playing Batman 2. I wasn't sure what to pair it with. I just went for Superman because it just seemed like a good YouTube title if I post a deck of it. What does Wonder Woman do? I can see us doing this. Try and win the left and then Chavez mid. Oof. That's nice. The clog, the full clog. The Viper's so good, man. Medusa to the left would probably be better for... yeah, because the Dark Hawk... Oh, no. Oh, yeah? This is good still? Easy game, baby. Let's go. What a win. We won't snap because they're more likely to run. I think we got him. I don't think there's anything I can lose to. Maybe like they have a way of buffing Darkhawk up, but they need to buff it by enough, and they've played it out. Oh, the Rock Slide buffs Darkhawk. The Dino. But it's not enough. Queen Chavez, mate. If in doubt, you got the Chavez. The best card in the game. Tell me I'm wrong. Let's go. We could play Killmonger. We could bin off JJ for something. Maybe Jug would be a nice addition instead of JJ. Gives you that way of winning the Storm lane, but also maybe there's some turn 6 stuff you can like Jug plus Demon, for example, there seemed like it would be a nice option. Yeah, Nebula is paid to win, I agree. Looks like we're up against Galactus. Quicksilver. Unorthodox, unusual. Of course, usually we'd storm the Nebula lane, but because it's Galactus, just making them looks like Galactus, having to make them Galactus one location makes a lot more sense. But the Quicksilver is weird. Very weird. We can go Hood Viper this turn. It's not necessarily a bot. Like the first time you get a split, it looks like this, right? They've not played it like a bot with their positioning. Does look like some kind of deck trying to get death value, perhaps? Null value, maybe? Kind of hard to say no to the opportunity of Sentry Viper. Even though I wanted to play Wave this turn. Yo, T with the raid, thank you so much. Oh my god, is that a couple of deaths? A couple of deaths? That was rather daunting. Tia, thank you so much for the raid. 69. Let's go. GG earlier. I was streaming on YouTube. What have they got? Is it double death? Double null? The wave comes through. It's death and they beat us! On the... No, we won the tiebreaker. Thank goodness. The Viper wave... The Viper void too strong, man.